Alright, there we go. Hello, hello. Just kicking off the various feeds. You can hear me now. I was muted. Alright. Hello. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons & Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. Thank you very much for being here. I'm currently in Zawabi's Refuge, but I'm heading into Ravenloft with my level 13 Pew 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 build on Galanda. Pew 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 because it is Warlock Artificer for the simple reason that I can go Pew Pew Pew. That is the entirety of that build. So anyway, it's not meant for power, but it's meant for fun, and this is going to be a pretty fun time today. I'm glad that we actually managed to get our worlds open in time for this. I wasn't quite sure we were going to be able to, but sure enough, we managed to pull it through. So that was nice. We had some maintenance downtime today, and the point of the maintenance downtime was really just kind of like updating all the computers, doing basic kind of security patching, Windows updating, things like that, on all the various web servers and authentication servers and what have you. So no like major stuff really, and no game update either. In terms of what we're actually working on, though, we have a let's see, where were we? Barovia. Invitation to dinner is what it looks like. Actually, I think we ran that. I think I just... Oh no, we died. I can't remember now how that went. Let's find out. Nice. I can't remember if we completed invitation to dinner. Oh yeah, we wiped. That's right. So let's do invitation to dinner. The crew is hard at work on our what's going to probably end up being anniversary-ish era update. So that's really what we got going on right now. The big question, I know, Marching Kid gets right off the start by mentioning the big question, which is, when is the producer's letter coming out? The answer is no idea. Should be as soon as we can get it written, passed around, and done. I guess that actually does relate to one other announcement, and I mentioned this on Friday, but I know not everyone who watches the Wednesday show watches the Friday show. And that is that I am no longer going to be live streaming on Fridays for DDO. I have to open up some time in my schedule to get various work things done. One of them being things like writing or helping to write the producer's letter. So I kind of do some grammar and drafting work and things like that. Help Sev and crew with it. Because it's really, Sev's name is on the top, and he does the bulk of the writing. But it's really also a letter on behalf of the team, so the whole team gets input and things like that. And I need to open up some time in my schedule, so I'm no longer going to be doing Friday afternoon here on DDO Stream, and instead I'm moving the Lord of the Rings online show that I do on Thursdays to Friday, and that's going to open up my Thursdays, which is when I, say, announce bonuses, publish the Chronicle, and do a bunch of sales kind of work, marketing related work, and we have meetings and things like that as well. So, oh yeah, you're right, I did forget to change the stream title in Twitch. So yeah, in terms of the producer's letter, hopefully within the next week or two, couple of weeks, let's say we get a first draft done by the end of the week, get it passed around, relatively solidified by midweek, make sure all the people who need to sign off on it, and then we're good to go. I'm going to drop this down to hard, just kind of given our issues with it last Friday. that thought had occurred to me, Alt, about doing the DDO show on Thursday so it doesn't conflict with the weekly reboot. The two reasons I don't want to do that is right now my busiest day of the week is Thursday. I'm kind of busy all the time, but particularly on Thursday I've been time crunched in a way that just isn't sustainable. And then also, whether we have downtime or not, I can always do the show, because even if the game servers are offline, and we're almost always up by noon, but even if we're not, I can just kind of kill time and do questions and things like that. So yeah, no more Friday stuff for now. Although part of the reason I want to do this as well is when I do have time to do a second DDO and potentially Lotro show as well, I want to do something kind of special. Maybe a pen and paper show, maybe kind of a quiz show or an event show. I don't know. It's all kind of just in my head here at this point. We'll have to see what we end up actually doing, but I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I have to open up time in my schedule, which means I had to cut out the Friday show, because that really predates even the Standing Stone Games thing. When things were a bit slower. I can take care of traps by setting them off with my face. Is Flimsy working on a Kobold Sentient Jewel? I don't know if Flimsy's working on it, but I do think that's going to happen at some point here in the future. No real timetable on that. I think it's really going to depend on when we next work with Cindy Robinson, who does the voice work for the Kobolds and all that. Pretty good chance we're going to write up some stuff and have her voice it for a potential Sentient Jewel. How's the weather? Well, it kind of depends where you are in Boston or Massachusetts. There are parts of Massachusetts that are getting hit pretty hard with snow, when there are parts kind of like where I live where it's really a couple inches of light, wet snow. I was able to get out of my driveway and into the office, no problem today, but a few people have been kind of stuck. So it sort of depends where you are. About 64-bit DDO client. It's unclear if we will be able to do a 64-bit DDO client. Currently, we have an engineer working on 64-bit client for Lord of the Rings Online, and when that's done, that person could theoretically look at DDO as well. Though DDO's going to have challenges, frankly, I think, in going 64-bit. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Any progress on the freezing issue? We have collected a lot of data. And it's been sent to one of our engineers who has been looking into this. That person told me yesterday that she has a lot of data, and a lot of good data, and it's just a matter of sorting through it all to figure out what's actually going on. So. Alright. Easy enough. Now, we can just go to the treasury, certainly pretty easy. We'll do that one first. So progress is being made, but we still don't have a culprit. I mean, we have a general theory as to what's going on, which is something to do with essentially callbacks overloading the game client. But we're still working to find really an exact culprit and then a solution to it. So hopefully we'll get to that soon. It's certainly, frankly, it's our top priority right now. So far, we have not seen someone saying casting displacement seems to trigger the hitching constantly. I can check displacement. It seems like it's less about a specific thing and more about a like amount of information.
This room barely contains a brooding metal tower. Faint light glows from a star.
Ah, cool.
Oops. There is no obvious way into the tower. You discover the icon of Ravenloft.
All right, why don't we head back through then? Why don't we head back through then and go into the audience chamber on the second floor?
Peace washes over you as you hold the icon of Ravenloft in your hand and stow it securely.
I mean, I'll check displacement, but it seems like it. I mean, I've gotten it on heals sometimes, but not always, but often. You know, all sorts of things seem to be causing it. Which is why I don't think it's a specific effect, but rather perhaps a large number of effects or amount of effects active at one time. That seems to be a more likely culprit. So like you cross a threshold, and however you cross that threshold, the activity happens.
Dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls, and a great desk dominates the room. Sitting there is an elderly...
Ravenloft is so good for collectibles, it's just not even funny.
Completely absorbed in his work.
What is the Rizia Ice Games coming? We still have to put together our calendar for the quarter, but you can expect it to it usually kicks off in kind of mid to late January, runs through mid to late February. I think that'll be the case here. Why, hello, Mr. Strahd. Enough games. Wahaha. Will you ever be able to purchase a Mists of Ravenloft bottle, since I could not afford the full package? It is our intention that that bottle remain part of the Ultimate Fan Bundle in perpetuity. So the answer is probably not, although you can upgrade your purchase if you wish to.
Strahd's voice echoes from the darkness. You have stepped through.
Jester's gone. Yep, the Jester was gone as of Tuesday morning.
Let us begin. Well struck. Now, let us see how you fare against the true champion. Impressive. I knew that I saw promise in you. Normally, a performance
So, there is no way to upgrade through the purchase flow. You can purchase a different expansion bundle, like a higher expansion bundle, and then apply that to your account. My understanding, however, is that if you do contact customer support, they will often help people out with that. So there's no official way to upgrade, but if you get in touch with customer support, they will often help you out.
I have ordered accommodations for rest to be prepared. Please, avail yourself. You will wish to be...
What is the weekend bonus? I don't actually know. I'm going to have to look on the calendar. We're kind of going at it week by week right now until we finalize all of our plans. Yeah, we're sort of going to the last second here. It's like, I don't know, what are we gonna do? Let's do this. But eventually, pretty soon, that'll be solidified and no longer be an issue. Ah! Don't have on the feather fall. Yay. Alright. That wasn't too bad. My face broke my fall, yeah. Almost feels cheap to do that. Where are they going? I thought we were going to the cellar. Oh yeah, right. Basement. The real basement. Miss the candy canes and spirit cakes. Yeah, that's all pretty good stuff. What is my favorite sentient jewel? I don't know. Jury's still out on that one for me. I'm not sure which one I like.
You have found an ally within Raven. If Esmeralda had not told you of the ward barriers around the castle, and the keystone needed to escape them, finding the icon of Raven would be all for naught.
So for me, oh, I don't know. I guess for me, I liked the voice work of pretty much all the sentient jewels. It's a little hard to listen to yourself, you know. But I do like all the sentient jewels, really, for the most part. But I personally find that I like the text maybe a little bit more than the voice work on it. That's just my personal taste. I find the voice work, even though we've recorded something, like I say, it's like 82 or 83 lines per jewel, I tend to find it's still a little bit repetitive. That's just me. But I like all the stuff they say, so I usually just been keeping on the text. Your mileage may vary. Yes, I love my sentient jewel. It's the best one ever. I just listen to it all the time. No, it's yeah, it's a little weird to listen to your own voice. But it yeah, it was fun recording it though, I'll tell you that much. Where are we going? Chapel behind the altar on the second floor. So we have a little ways to go yet. Okay. Don't we need to... We're on the second floor, aren't we?
Like the ragged heartbeat of some massive creature.
Trying to figure out where people are leading in some weird ways. I'm not quite sure where we're going. We just need to go to the second floor here, so... I know I'm not seeing the secret door. Can anyone reopen up that secret door? Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, the group has totally lost me at this point. I have no idea where we're going. We're trying to find the keystone at the chapel on the second floor, so why are we going up? I really don't understand what we're doing here. Alright, so yeah, that's fine. Steven, over on YouTube, a bit disappointed because your druid uses, I believe you mean, 2-weapon fighting, is that correct? Alright, so I guess we're going to the south staircase, and then we are going to go to level 3, and then we will drop down to the church level 2. So King Cosmo is concerned because he can't get rid of his hireling folder. It's true. The reason it is that way is because we do not want people to lose their bags. And that's the only way we can do it.
With a heart-wrenching scream, the girl's spirit explodes into a shot of blood, exposing a twisted hand. Whoever this was, her spirit has been finally laid to rest. May her tortured soul find
I honestly don't know where we're going at this point. You guys have completely got me turned around. Alright, I have to be honest, you guys have completely got me turned around. I have no idea where we are or what we're doing. I guess we're trying to get to the chamber. I usually just go there through the second floor, but... Okay, well it looks like someone already got to the chapel then. Oops. Okay. This is when I wish I had the fly spell. Or levitate. Dum 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 dum. Good enough. Silent, if you accidentally deleted your permanent cleric hireling. I don't think that person's going to come back without customer support. So what will have to happen is CS will... have to kind of run a command to return your lost items. So get in touch with in-game support, and they should be able to help you. Yeah, it is a policy, this comes from YouTube, it is a policy we have had to not allow rerolls on raid chests. And that was really kind of just due to concern that the community, that's how really the community would want it to be. If ultimately the community gave us a lot of feedback of, yeah, I don't care, just go and let me reroll raid chests, we could theoretically do that. But we've opted so far not to. You know, we do, despite, say, you know, people's criticism to the contrary and what have you, we are trying to be careful about the whole kind of pay to win and all that sort of thing. So Alright, this is from Facebook. Why doesn't the Wizard Scribe ability work the other way around? Wizards should be able to make a spell scroll from one of their known spells for use by other players. I think it's just a DDO specific game balance thing. You know, if that were possible, I think we would see people making stacks of 10,000 displacement scrolls, that kind of thing. Which one am I up to? Oath of Vengeance. Argon Volstolt. Hello from Florida. It's a lot warmer down there, that's for sure. A warlock can use the Sun Sword while using Aura to attack and kill Strahd. That's an interesting idea. I'm not surprised. Servers are back up. We had an extended downtime today for, say, some things like security patching and what have you. But overall, we were able to get it done pretty quickly. $29 with the wind chill in the Florida Panhandle? Well, I guess I'm mistaken. Might actually be warmer here. Got like 34. We're right on the cusp of, like I say, it's kind of a wet snow because we're right on the edge of 32 to 34. While we're kind of waiting to group up here, let me call up our DDO calendar, see if we have the bonus put in place yet. $17 in Atlanta? Jeez. Nope, I don't see a bonus listed for this week yet. That means we're just going to have to make something up. But it does look like the Rezia Ice Games and Evening Star Midwinter Festival have been scheduled. And it looks like it's set to be turned on not this week, but next week. So that would be January 25th. And it would run through Wednesday, February 7th, being turned off the morning of Thursday, February 8th. But we don't actually have a bonus pendant for this week yet, so we're going to have to make something up on the fly. What do you guys want? Tell me right now. What do you want for a bonus this weekend? I'll see if I can't make it happen, as long as it's realistic.
The mansion looks abandoned, yet according to what you've been told, the Order of the Silver Dragon still guards this place, bound by an oath that not even death can break.
I don't think we can double tokens of the 12. We don't have that ability. Alright. These guys are going to just go where they want. Crafting bonus? It's been a while on a crafting bonus.
Fire erupts in the dead heart of all systems. My knights have fallen into darkness. Show them the light they have lost. Light the beacon.
you spot something crouched behind the barrels in this storage room. To your surprise, the figure is revealed to be a wounded dust cowl.
Alright, could I ask people not to just sort of go off on their own? Stick with the group, please.
Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery. An impressive mausoleum stands in...
Okay, we don't need to do that yet. So we are actually... Okay, it's turned. Turned. Alright, so we are set on the secret chest.
Beyond the closed portcullis, you can see a stairway leading to the upper floor.
Guild competition event. Yeah, we've thought. I mean, we've had conversations over the years about whether or not we can or should bring back the guild event. We had a messaging spam problem a little bit with it. People got really annoyed by the messaging, and there's kind of only so much we can do about it if we're gonna have the system in place. So I don't know. There also were some ways that people were kind of, I don't know, doing their own thing, shall we say, with it. That, I don't know. but potentially. I don't actually know that it was super successful for us either. Oh god, I'm so dead. Now so the guild event happened, if I recall correctly, before Shadowfell Conspiracy, I think. So that would have been what, 2013? You know, Reaper XP weekend might not be a bad idea. We just had a Guild Renown weekend, I think. Is there a chance to make a scroll case that would hold multiple stacks of scrolls? Yes, we have thought about that. The trick is that we cannot make a scroll case that you would be able to use the scrolls from the case. But what we could do is make a scroll case that you would have to pull scrolls out of in order to use it. That clearly wouldn't work for, say, spell components, but that might work for... So, I think once I died, you should have been able to get in there. Alright, now you should be able to get in there. No? Why am I not using Eldritch Blast shape? I don't know, I guess I've just tended to sort of go with what I have here. Suppose I could do the chain. That would probably make more sense. Alright, so I'm having a communication breakdown here. Are you guys saying that there is no way to get into this quest and the gate won't raise, so we need to recall out and reset? I've been in this situation with the guild before, where someone got locked out, and when they died, the lever raised, or the portcullis raised. Not quite sure why that's not happening in this case. Alright, well, might as well release then. I really am glad that we added that broccoli and bacon a while back. It makes tavern resting a lot easier. Nah, I don't need to submit a ticket for that, just rerun the quest. We were, what, 5 minutes in? No need to waste that. Yep, bound in the sands. Uh-huh. Yep. So we couldn't make a scroll case that works like a quiver. No, unfortunately. I would need an engineer to come in to explain why that is. But that is the case, right? Quivers work differently than our singleton bags. I have to admit, one of the things, so I got a really fast computer in August, and I have near instant load screens now. It just, you know, they just move. And part of the result of that has been that I don't really care where I'm bound anymore, because it's just a couple seconds away, pretty much no matter where I am. Was the weekend bonus mentioned? No. I don't actually know what the weekend bonus is yet. We don't have anything marked on the calendar. So I'll have to figure it out.
The mansion looks abandoned. Yet according to what you've been told, the Order of the Silver Dragon still guards this place, bound by an oath that not even death can break.
Alright, make sure to go through the gate this time. And drop the difficulty down as well, just so that we can get through this. If CS asks me, or not CS, but if the marketing folks are like, well, I don't know, what should we do? I'll tell them a Reaper bonus. How's that sound? No. We have no plans to have craftable root arms past level 19. The intention is, by that point, you should be using named rune arms.
You spot something crouched behind the barrels in this storage. To your surprise, figure is revealed to be a wounded dusk elf. A fire erupts in the dead hearth. A voice whispers,
So I usually go that way, because that way you avoid those step traps.
"Light they have lost. Light the beacon."
We do not have the ability to increase raid drop rates on a world property. Like that. When is the anniversary celebration? Should be around the anniversary. We usually have it start late February. We've even gone as late as starting it in early March, depending on when the timing of the changes get done and brought into effect.
Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery. An impressive mausoleum stands in one corner.
Okay. Oops. Okay, that's turned, that's turned. Why does the Warlock have no paths for character creations? We have opted. There's a good post that was made around the time of that, but we have opted to not do character paths for advanced classes. Only for the, basically, the free-to-play easy classes, or, you know, beginner classes, so to speak. Making the classes is a lot of work. It's very time-consuming, and we'd rather spend that time doing other better things. Trying to remember where the guy is. Ooh, nice. Why, I think I shall. Uh-oh. Famous last words. It's an interesting idea. I have not heard of a new shield crafting system in particular. I think part of the argument there is that shields are, while popular, are really only applicable to a certain segment of the player base. I think that there's a question to be asked whether, if we did a shield crafting focused pack, what would we do for all the people who didn't use shields? Someone must have already spoken to him, I guess, huh? Alright. Well, I'm on hard here because it is 1 o'clock and I need to get going, so I didn't want to make it, I wanted to tear through the quest, especially since we struggled on Elite. Okay. Yeah, Hunter, I think we have some really big surprises in store in regard to the producer's letter and everything. The reality, though, is I don't know that we're going to be able to give out all the secrets if we want to get the producer's letter out within the next couple of weeks. So I think we're going to have to really focus on the first half of the year rather than the second half in our producer's letter here that we do in the next couple of weeks.
Brilliant light that can be seen throughout the valley, and from somewhere a voice whispers, "I sense the odor from its vows." You feel a tingle of warmth that you have never felt in Barovia before.
Any chance of a sonic rune arm? Probably not. But we are going to have some cool news, even in the producer's letter here. I already know we're going to have some cool news in the producer's letter, regardless of whether or not we can say the thing that I can't talk about. That probably won't be able to talk about if we want to get the producer's letter out in a short period of time. How's that for being vague? We need an ooze rune arm. It spawns oozes that are not friendly. And that's going to wrap it up with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I will be back next Wednesday for part 2, I think, of Galanda here. We'll be just continuing to run these heroic quests. I may level up to 14 by then. For those in the group, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I will get you guys a DDO points code in the endgame mail a little bit later on today, or potentially tomorrow. And thank you very much for joining me. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you enjoy DDO. Stay tuned on the bonus. We'll be getting the DDO Chronicle out tomorrow. At the very least, it'll be in there as well. Until next time, talk to you again soon.